Hey everybody, welcome to AskLRR, where we are Lur and you get to ask, and then we decide if we want to answer. It's a really good system for us. I'm Heather, and with me today is Adam
Hello.
and Wheeler.
Thank you for having me, Heather. It's great to be here.
Excellent. One day I will believe you. Okay, so just to start us off,
Say it with your whole chest.
We're not even into the. Yeah. We haven't even mentioned the Patreon.
One day it'll
already.
sound sincere.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you can support us over at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun. It is a place where you can give us your dollary dues. Or if you want to ask questions on this show, you need to be a member over at youtube.com/LoadingReadyRun. That is how we gather our questions and then how we decide amongst you if we'll answer them.
Pick one to be the chosen one.
We don't tell you because we want you to feel like you earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if you tell the chosen one, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah. But I mean,
if you give us,
to look forward to, right?
If you give any of us direct donation, like if you're part of a YouTube membership, and you also manage to track me down and give me $5, I will make sure that one of your questions gets asked, even if it's a bad one. I mean, we'll just talk about it no matter what.
Yeah. Could be the most awful question ever devised.
Yep. I let everybody edit the spreadsheet, so, you know, he can definitely slip it in there, and I'd never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, but...
Paula doesn't proofread, so...
No, I do that.
He would just blindly post the question to the thing. Oh, there's a check mark next to it, you know?
How are you two doing today?
I'm all right. Vibing. You?
I got up at 8:30 naturally, so it's actually been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually struggled to wake up this morning. Usually I'm snappy about it, but I hit my snooze like 10 times.
Do you just like wake up super?
Yeah, very good, Heather. Very funny. Yeah, never. You know what? I actually never heard that one before. That's the first time ever.
Look, I only know 2 fighting terms. It's that one and Okie
Okie.
Yeah, it's a good name because if you just like hear it, it's just like, oh, okay, I get it, fighting game stuff. But when you say it like that, it makes me think of just like the worst, most manipulative, like MLM. Like, this is how you wake up and start every day at 180%.
Dude, I saw the most bizarre. They were like, I can't remember what they were talking about, but it's like, if you want to do a complete mental reset, do these 3 things in the morning. And I'm like, okay. So I watched. I was like interested. I was like, let's find out. And he's like, wake up, brush your teeth with your left hand. I'm like, bro, what's in the world?
This video?
Yeah. And then he's like, and then look in the mirror and say, I love you 10 times.
While brushing your teeth?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think you do them in sequential order.
I've been doing this every morning, and every shirt I own is stained with toothpaste. Thank you so much for the advice.
I have to clean the mirror every day. It sucks. Can't remember what the last thing was, but I don't know.
Go back
brush
to
your teeth with your left hand made me laugh. I was like, okay, yeah. You want to change your life? Start by brushing your teeth with your left hand.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen the one that's like, at the end of your shower, make all your water really cold and stand in it for like 2 minutes.
What?
2 minutes?
Yeah.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
That's
I do like 30 seconds, but 2 minutes is like you're bracing to get your first kill.
I'm good. I'll take the warm water. Thank you. I don't want to shower in the cold, dude. That's not what showers are for. Showers are supposed to be fun and comfortable. They're not supposed to be awful. It's like the one thing that we get that's always nice, right?
Yes.
We know that when we get in the shower, it's going to be warm and it's going to be nice. And why would we take that away from ourselves?
You got to end with the cool so that you, because if it's warm water, even after you stop, your body's going to start sweating afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to do the little coolness at the end to get your pores to be like, oh, we're done. We're good. Not too long. 2 minutes is some real. That's about as long as we have been talking about stuff that isn't, the questions that we're supposed to be answering. But
Heather started it. Heather started it.
I don't know. We can keep this going. This could be the whole episode, just talking about weird things that people try to pitch to other people. But
Paul, can we get the first question? Hey y'all, since Adam has managed to share his love of fighting games so well, it's become a stream. Is there anything else the rest of you would want to teach / share like that? Adam, how do you feel Okie Okie Club is going? This is from, I can't read the person's name because of the clock. I'm giving away background info.
Oh no. It is MHut333.
There we go.
Awesome. Adam.
Well, I mean, it's a first part of the questions for everybody.
Okay.
All right.
Magic the Gathering.
The rest of you. Oh yeah, you want to teach Magic to people?
I would like. I think that would be a cool. Like we did those coaching streams, the Highlander coaching stream, Friday Night Paper Fight. That was a lot of fun to do and pretty well received because I don't know, people just like seeing us interact and not be dickheads. And especially in Magic, that's like hard to find. And it's cool. It's fun. Any kind of coaching like that. I mean, maybe I just like coaching. Like it's just it's a cool activity, a mentor-mentee sort of thing.
I mean, showing someone stuff that you like, and if they like it back, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and helping people to level up or like at least change one little thing in how they play or how they operate within this hobby is, game changing.
Yeah. Mentor, mentee, Mentos,
Yeah. Part one of my regimen is I shove a bunch of Mentos down your gullet with my left hand.
Yeah.
And there you go. And then with the right hand, I pour 2 liters of Diet Coke in there.
Nice. And then they die.
Yeah.
And then you say, I love you 10 times.
While you're doing it, while you're pouring the Coke
And then you turn the shower on cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Your life has changed. Congratulations. I've talked about this before, but I would love to do a stream like that, but with Path of Exile. Because there's a lot to it, and it's like the game's very good. If you don't know what Path of Exile is, it's like an action RPG made by a company named Grinding Gear Games. It's very good. It's been around forever, but its barrier for entry is pretty high if you don't have like a bunch of time to sit down. Because a lot of people look at there's a passive skill tree that's infamous. You've probably seen it before. It's very big, but it's not as difficult as you think it is.
It's like 5 Kabbalah Tree of Lives just like smushed together. Except instead of infinite wisdom, it's like plus 1.5% crit.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. But it's like the game is cool. And when I was like first learning it, like actually sat down to learn, it took me like, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 months just to kind of like get grips on what I would need to do or whatever at any given point. And I don't know, I think the game's endlessly interesting and it's fun teaching people stuff like that, which is kind of like what I've done or what we have done. I shouldn't say I, because I'm not the only one. What we've done with Okie Okie is just like trying to show people that it's like not as hard as you think it is to get enjoyment out of it. You don't have to be the best in the world, right? Because like, I mean, my problem with, I shouldn't say problem, but the thing about our current media landscape is usually the only media that you see, or I shouldn't say that you see that's popular, is all the very good players or whoever, and they're given whatever game they're streaming or whatever. It's usually someone who's very good, or they're just very entertaining, which is rarer than someone being good. So when you show that, like, especially with like Nelson and Wheeler and Ben and myself, it's just like when you show that like someone who's like not the best in the world by any stretch of the imagination, just like slowly learning and trying to put things together. I think that people identify with that a lot, in that it's like, oh, it's not just all like, yeah, I get this immediately or whatever, or like I pick it up super fast. It's like you can like to see a little bit of a struggle.
You can get that like evolution within the game without it being attached to some like sicko Sigma mindset. Like you can get it through just like lobby jams and community.
Yeah,
which is
you can
pretty
meet a lot of
important.
people. Yeah, it's more just like a vehicle for meeting new people and just trying a new thing. That's like ultimately, like, fighting games are incredibly frustrating, and they're not for everybody. I would like them to be for everybody. That, like, if I was just gonna like wave a wand and like if one genre is going to become the most popular genre outside of like MOBAs or first person shooters, right? I think it would be fighting games, just because of the amount I've learned and more that what I've learned about myself and the strengths and like what's the word I'm looking for? Like mentally, like how much stronger I've become, just as far as like even just games in general. Because like we all stream, right? We're kind of streamers by trade, I guess. And it's hard to when you stream a game and you're just like dying over and over again, or like you're losing or failing,
Mhm.
and it's just like it feels awful and you don't really know how to handle it. I found that fighting games were like really the thing that taught me, like, it's okay to like get it's okay to get smashed sometimes. Like that's the way it goes. Someone told me once that it like you have to get washed before you get clean, right? Which that means like wash means beat badly,
Mm.
right? And clean in the terms of like you're good or clean, like your inputs are clean or your game plan is clean or whatever. But it applies to pretty much everything. So I don't know. I think it's going okay. I wish, I mean, this is more just me having hangups about, because I've never taught anybody anything before. And I've talked about this with people where it's like that's a different skill set. It's like, how do you teach somebody? I don't know. I'm figuring it out as I go along, right? It's like, how do
Mhm.
you show somebody like, hey, this thing's really cool. I want you to like it as much as I do, but I'm not going to force it on you, right? So I don't know. It's a learning process for everybody, I think.
Yeah. I always struggle with the idea that I don't feel like I'm qualified
Mm,
to teach anyone anything. Like somehow I'll
yeah,
do it wrong and I'll just make it worse
yeah. I'm
or
going
something
through it
like
right now.
that.
That exact
Yeah.
same
It's
feeling.
it's
Yeah,
terrible because you're just like imposter syndrome when you're teaching someone is very harsh.
yeah, bro. Yeah, that is something else. Yeah, but it's more just like it's so much easier to like the easiest thing about to teach is when someone's very new,
Mm,
right? Because you can show them all the basic stuff, like the stuff that is like easy to teach, right? Especially with fighting games, there comes a point too where you move from like the beginner level to like the firmly into the intermediate level, and then the problems that you're having or the things that you're struggling with are so case by case dependent, like it changes from person to person, that's when it becomes much you need to be more qualified to teach. But the stuff that like we're doing, it's just like it's easy. It's just like playing the game. Like that's it. We don't really get like too deep in the weeds right now about just like every small little detail. It's just like an overall game plan kind of thing to teach. So that's the one thing that I have noticed is just like, yeah, it's very much like you don't even really need to be qualified to teach like intro stuff, you know?
Word. I mean, you're a good coach. What do you want me to say? Sometimes I periodically will message Adam just like at like 9 p.m. like, dude.
Has anyone brought you an apple yet? Like
No,
what's the
Ooh,
student teacher
okay.
dynamic?
no, they haven't.
Yeah, nobody will, but totally
No,
unrelated question, Adam.
it's my favorite
Gala
apple.
or like Granny Smith? Like what are we doing here?
Don't ever mention Granny Smith in my presence ever again.
Are
Yeah,
you a fancy boy?
I'm a Gala or Fuji.
Okay.
Fuji's.
Fuji's are really good.
Do you know
Granny
those people
Smithers.
that actually think Red Delicious is the best apple?
There's a lot of sick people in this
Yeah.
world.
Maybe they
Ugh.
haven't had anything else.
Yeah, maybe they just in that part of the world. In their part of the world, they just only have Red Delicious apples or something. There's
They're
a
just like,
law.
well, the red apple's the one that shows up in the cartoon, so it must be this one.
Yeah.
Bring me to these people and I'm going to pull like I'm going to be the giver and I show them color by
Yeah.
like introducing them to like now this is an ambrosia. Here's a Kosalish apple.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I haven't actually had an apple in forever. I know we're getting way off topic, but I don't really care at this point. I can't remember the last time I ate an apple.
In the comments section below, let us know what your favorite apple is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sound off.
And
with your
defend
favorite
it.
apple.
Mm-hmm.
And to the death.
Yep.
Yeah. I want you to die on that hill of apples.
You have Heather's blessing to get brutal in there.
Why is it the best? Yeah. What would you do to protect that apple? That apple is on the train tracks. Do you pull the lever or what?
I mean, a smushed apple just gets you apple pie. Like it's fine.
Is there anything grosser than like overripe fruit? I'm not a fan. That's like the one thing.
Underripe fruit's pretty bad.
But
yeah, but I don't think it's grosser.
But you can tell when it's underripe, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
You can't tell when it's overripe?
Well, I guess you can, but
depends on where you have to look.
There's like you know when the fruit's like a section of it is overripe?
Yeah. You can cut that part out.
Yeah, it's true, I guess. Well, we're just all offering solutions to the problems that we're trying to complain about, so
I take fruit very seriously. I don't know. I count my fruit blessings every morning.
Wow, outside of June, that's so powerful of you.
All right, maybe we should move on to the next question. Who is someone on LRR that you haven't done a lot of content with, but you would like to work with them more? This is from Harold Price.
You know, I've never actually done anything with James.
Aren't you on LRR MTG with him sometimes?
So, I mean, that doesn't really. But I mean, like
count.
a focus, like long form or something, like a regular thing. That was the one thing that I always wanted to do, and just hasn't worked out. I wanted to do that Caillou rewatch podcast with James. Or the Caillou watch along, I guess.
How long is that show?
Don't know. It's not that long.
It can't be
like
longer
5 minutes long.
Films.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a kid's show. It could be thousands of episodes.
Yeah, but they're like 5-minute episodes. They played them in between shows. So it can't, it's like, really, it doesn't, you know?
There are 92
I think that show would be funny.
episodes.
James does not want to do it.
Yeah, it's actually weird that James doesn't want to do it.
I'm not trying to like hang him out to dry. It's just like he just didn't want to do it. He didn't think it was that. But I was like, man, I thought that had legs, you know?
Very short child legs.
Yeah. Trying to think who I haven't worked with. I guess Heather I haven't really done much with.
We've done Not a Drop to Drink.
Yeah.
We were on the long game.
Okay, well maybe we did do a lot of things now that you're pointing.
Occasionally we get to be on stream together, but that's kind of about it.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just thinking too much of like in stream, but I guess we did long game together, right? Wheeler, I guess both of you I never really worked with that much outside of like once a week or something. I guess that's
I think this would be a pretty devious group to do stuff with.
Like devious in what way? Like parentheses devious.
I feel like as you and I are Heather's favorite children at LoadingReadyRun, we can get away with certain things that others can't. But we also acknowledge that Heather can be very powerful and cruel without being cruel in a cool like 80s movie kind of way.
We love her, but also fear her and respect her.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably more fear and respect.
And there's so many people around that are like, you know, it's the difference is you have people that are like, oh, don't get Heather mad. And we're like, don't get Heather mad.
Just don't do it. Whatever you do.
What are you doing? Yeah. So this would be a pretty gnarly crew, I think.
I think this would be a fun crew to do more stuff with.
Yeah.
I know I'd like to do more with Wheeler. Like we played an AFK game once and I was like, finally, I'm on a stream with Wheeler and it worked out.
Good vibes.
Yeah, because I know there's people I haven't worked a lot with, so I don't know what the dynamic will be. Like I haven't done a particularly lot of streams with Surge, which is why I tried to do a bonus one with him ages ago. We did like a Kirby game or something. And then like that was good, but that didn't give me enough to tell if we vibe or not. So I have to push for that more, I guess.
I don't think I've ever done a solo stream with Surge.
Yeah, like that's the other thing, right? If you've ever been in the room with only one other person, because like we do a lot of group stuff, but dynamics change depending on the grouping and like if you're just one-on-one and
nightmare with Surge. You know, I'm glad his ass got fired from LoadingReadyRun. and sent to Alberta.
Oh, not technically fired, sent into a void.
Sent him to the Phantom Zone.
This is a parody, by the way. I'm joking. I'm making a laugh. I'm having a giggle.
I'm not.
This is the first time you're finding out the Surge is gone. He's not technically fired.
I have no object permanence, so now Surge is gone. He's
That's my excuse.
Yeah. You're playing peekaboo, but with like the Rockies.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get those 10 office cats now.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, can't we get pets now that Surge is gone?
Good trade. Good trade.
Good trade. We traded Surge for these 10 cats. Could you imagine walking into the office and there's 10 cats in the main area? Just
God, it would stink. I'd be so happy.
I'd be like, what the?
That'd be so much vomit.
Oh yeah.
Cats just kind of throw up everywhere most of the time. Like, you know, because we leave food out and stuff. They're gonna be into all kinds of things.
Just in the office and a cat walk.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we have a lot of carpet, which means they'll definitely do it everywhere over there, not like in the kitchen or anything where it's not.
They won't do it somewhere, you know, nice. They'll do it somewhere the worst possible place, right?
All right, next question.
Next one.
What's the process for choosing new stream names? Is it a group effort or chosen by the main hosts? For example, how did Okie Okie Fight Club come about? Eric, I'm not going to say the rest of your name because I'm going to mispronounce it. So from Eric.
Well, Eric, stream names are usually just like whoever is working on it. Like, I mean, for the most part, I mean, like, well, the only case where that isn't is just like Adam's Game House. I didn't name. Graham named it. He was just like, I don't know, we'll call it this because I couldn't think of anything. I was like, I don't know, it has to have a name. It's like, that's what is this gimmick, you know? But yeah, as far as I know, it's mostly a group effort. Like Okie Okie came, we stole that one from Twitch chat. That was basically it. We were brainstorming.
Oh, I assumed that came from you.
No. Wow. Flattered, but not that smart.
Well, now that I know the truth.
Yeah, I'll be brutally honest with you. I don't think I would ever be able to think about something that clever on my own. You know?
I know like a lot of the first stream names I think were just maybe something that Graham came up with, or maybe the person who was hosting came up with Graham, because I don't totally remember that time era. I know when we started doing Rhythm Cafe, we originally called that segment Rhythm Tuesday before we had turned it into an official segment because it was on Tuesdays. And it was something that Ian and I would do between our streams that both happened to be on Tuesday. And then we were moving it into a new slot, and we were told that it probably shouldn't be called Rhythm Tuesday. We thought it would have been funny to call it Rhythm Tuesday, even if it was on like Wednesday or Sunday or whenever.
I agree.
But New Day Tuesday was also coming in. They were like, oh, no, we want Tuesday on that one. I'm like, well, okay, sure. Graham originally wanted to call it Rhythm Hell and put the idea of that we're going to play really hard rhythm games all the time. And I'm like, I understand there are streamers who like to do that. And I'm not against playing games like that. I like playing really hard games too. But weekly on stream in front of people, not my idea of a good time. So Ian and I were like, we want something that maybe doesn't riff on rhythm heaven necessarily, and also isn't going to be like a thing we hate doing in a year. So we went with Cafe because I'm like, well, I like cafes. They're kind of gentle and they can be a good vibe to hang out with. So and that's what I'd prefer more. I want people to look at rhythm games and not go, well, never for me, and run off.
So I feel about fighting games, Heather. Same vibe.
Yeah, same kind of game.
Trying to trap them, you know. We're trying to lure them into our cottage made of gingerbread. You know, that's what we're trying to do. And if the treats are too good or too much, then they just run away. Or they find out that we're witches and we're trying to eat them. Right.
I know Play It 4 was technically a different name before it went up, and I can't remember for the life of me what that name was. It's just that a number of us didn't like it.
Do you remember actually it was like months into Play It Forward being a thing and Surge realizing that it was a
play on words?
Yeah, it's a play on words. Yeah. God bless, dude.
I really like it as a name. I think it's a lot of fun.
He's like, oh, play it forward.
Yeah.
It's like, pay it forward. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
dude.
about you, Wheeler? Did you come up with the name? Is this your card?
I did. Yeah, there's not really a great story. I pitched it in a I thought I would have to put a little more work into my actual pitch, so I had like a deck ready, like this is, what it's going to be called, this is how long it's going to go for, these are the type of games, this is, all that stuff. I probably didn't need to do all that.
No.
But I was like, here's the name. Is this your card? Because, it's a thing you say when you're just like, is this your card? It's get a card thing. It's a card thing. It's a card thing for a card show. Pretty straightforward.
I will say, as somebody who gets to go to some of the management meetings, your pitch was so hard that everyone was very impressed by it.
Oh, good.
So
thank you.
I don't know that you necessarily needed it to go that hard, but we all noticed and we thought it was very cool.
Yeah, sometimes my corporate background kicks in. And it's just like, no, gotta make this presentation. How am I ever going to get financing for this if I don't, put my whole ass into it?
You have a corporate background?
We don't need to get into this. But yes.
I feel like an entirely different person once existed where you are.
Oh no, it's still there. It's just not my shtick. Very I'm the kind of person that would always rather go through like a very straightforward official clearance process of getting something out.
Something a little more organized than.
Yeah, I'm not a big write it on the back of like a napkin kind of guy.
I mean, napkins tear. They get wet.
Yep. All kinds of stuff.
They're unreliable.
Don't want an
in
unreliable
the business world. We
napkin.
can't have unreliable.
No.
We don't believe in it.
They are cheap though, so I mean, at the same time, napkins are more cost efficient, and maybe that's
true.
Useful to someone trying to win capitalism or something.
Yeah, the overhead for the show is so low that I wrote it on the back of a napkin.
Now that I think about it, a lot of the show names are just stuff that we would say around the office.
Every morning I wake up and I go to the office and I go, Friday night paper fight. Oh, I mean, how's it going?
Yeah. Well, you know what, Wheeler? Good joke. Good joke. But like one more, or Now Kiss, or
oh yeah, I know Now Kiss was definitely something that you would say quite a bit, and that's why they chose that one. I think I chose Heather's Handhelds, but I can't really remember.
Yeah, because we used to say it around the office all the time.
Yeah,
Heather's Handhelds.
Hey,
these are mine.
Hey, put down that DS right
now. Heather's.
That is Heather's Handhelds.
Because I know
Graham was like, "There's something here."
I didn't come in the first wave of streams showing up, so I had to pitch my stream.
I don't even know what I pitched. Mine wasn't a pitch. I was just like, James, could I stream for LRR? And he's like, I'll ask Graham. And then a couple days later, they're like, yeah, sure. Got to call it something though. I was like, I don't know, dealer's choice.
I went the sneakier route. I just started showing up on Peach's backlog streams.
Yeah.
and I was like, streaming's really fun. I'm good at video games. I'm better at video games than Beach. I can be better at this. Yeah.
Here's some Is This Your Card lore. Adam, you said Dealer's Choice. That was also one of the names that I was passing around was Wheeler's Choice.
Wheeler's Choice.
But it felt like it's too attached to my name, which is not what you necessarily want to do on for the first like stream helmed by person.
Yeah, we kind of fell away off of doing named streams as well. I think we want the option of like, if people decide they don't want to do it, that other people can kind of jump in there and it's not weird. Yeah. I mean, you need a break, but the stream could go on, or maybe nobody cares.
Yeah, we were going to call it the Tom DeLong game, but
then we didn't like Tom and
like Tom. Yeah. Tom got weird.
Is Tom DeLong the hello there? Is he the where are you?
He's the where are you?
And I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And we tried to call it Dave MTG, but we know Adam really hates Dave.
Dude. I don't hate Dave. I just know Dave's better, and then one day I'm going to be replaced. Some people are just built different. Okay.
Who's Dave?
I had a dream once where I came into the office.
Okay. I've heard of this
replaced
dream.
by Dave. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Dave. I like
I don't have dreams that often, but this one was vivid. I remember.
That is embarrassing. The idea of like getting usurped by someone who's just named Dave.
Yeah.
It's like, no offense to all the Daves out there. Maybe if you're a David, we could talk, but
I expect if anyone's going to usurp me, their name has to be longer than mine.
Yeah.
Just because
no, I can't make that rule.
That's why I go by Benjamin.
Yeah. It's like you're all cheating. I can't lengthen my name.
And if any of you 9-lettered people out there want to tango.
Adamuel.
Adamuel.
That's really hard to say.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's cursed. Yeah, that's bad mouthfeel. All right, next question.
Damn, Michael.
We are. Paul's been doing this
to his screen with no camera.
The big cane's gonna come.
Is there some fall seasonal thing you're excited to have back? Asked by WMC Duff. Do you like
I've accrued enough sun damage over the past X amount of months that I'm okay with that.
I'm not. I hate fall. I hate winter.
Okay, Adam, I gotta tell you, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta stop having all these based takes, my guy.
Okay, no, I'm behind Adam in not liking winter, especially you're from Saskatchewan
yes.
Winter, but I was in Alberta, so that can go
same. They go hand in hand. Yeah,
they're the same, and they're awful. Winter here is just a really weird, extended, rainy fall.
Mm-hmm. I like hot weather. I like the heat, and I hate fall, and I hate summer. I mean, I hate winter. I like heat, but I hate summer. Yeah,
I like fall a little more than winter.
Don't like it. I don't like the vibes. The only thing I like about it is it's darker earlier. That's the only bright side. If it could be hot but get dark early.
Ooh.
Now you're speaking my language. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they talking about like pumpkin spice lattes or something?
Probably pumpkin spice. Maybe Halloween. I just got this mug recently, so I'm very happy with it.
I've never been a big Halloween person either.
I don't care about Halloween. Like I grew up Christian, so Halloween was like not a thing I was supposed to partake in, even though I definitely snuck out of the house and went trick-or-treating. But I like ghosts. I think ghosts are cute.
Mm-hmm.
Adam having the bravery to say that he doesn't like Halloween on a podcast where our community is largely composed of nerds and queers, and a lot of the overlap between the two. Those are the two, and theater kids. Those are like 3 demos that just are like, oh, Optimus in the air. It's just like, damn, dude.
I don't know. I just never saw it. I just never did it for me. I just don't. I get it, but I don't get it.
Falls back to school season, which I didn't care about going back to school, but I do like stationery, so having new notebooks was always really cool for me.
It's not that funny. I don't really like school, but brother, I love me some stationery.
I do think that everybody dresses better in fall. Like, I think that fashion related, like fall. I mean, don't get me wrong. In summer, you've got, just guys wearing like 5-inch inseams and women in like summer dresses, and you're just like, ooh, just everybody's out there giving their best. But then fall, it's just like, oh yeah, can I swear on this podcast? I should have asked before.
I think you can a little.
Oh fuck yeah! Look at that sweater. My God, what is that made of? Can I touch that?
You know, one F word and you use it there.
Yeah, I'm going to use it on seeing a nice cable knit. What are you, nuts? What do you think? I'm going to reserve it for something else?
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, fuck me, this latte is great. No, dude, it's the sweater.
You just use 2.
I'm allowed to.
That's fair.
He just stole yours is what happened.
Oh, actually, you know what the best part of fall is? The discount chocolate after Halloween's over.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's actually sick. Yeah. They're trying to, just grocery stores are like, we got to get rid of this now. Like, get this chocolate out of my face. You know, and you go buy a big bag of it and you're like, all right.
Yeah. Sick. I like the leaves turning orange. We don't get as much of it here as I'd like, but it's pretty good. I actually like spring a lot here. I don't like spring in Alberta because spring is just like slush
mud
and gross. But here it's like, oh, cherry blossoms flutter through the breeze, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm an anime nerd. I can get behind this.
Yeah, as you run to the office with your
toast in my mouth.
There you go. I got it.
I haven't had toast in a while.
Yeah, I can't remember last time I had toast.
Another fall
or
thing.
An apple. Toast is a fall thing?
That's more of a fall thing than a summer thing. You gotta agree with that.
What? It's just a morning thing. You can eat toast whatever.
Yeah, but fall is more
toast
of a
is seasonal.
No, fall is more of a morning season, you know. Like it's very like you wake up and it's very it embraces that coziness that comes with like a hot mug of coffee or tea or like a baked good, right? Nobody says like, what do you think of a summer? And it's like, well, waking up and having a croissant and you know, a big piping hot cup of coffee. It's like you can do that. People do that. But
I've never heard anyone say, "Oh, it's fall now, time to get the toast out."
Yeah. Honey, break out the toast.
Oh, honey, it's the end of September. Oh yeah, roll out the rye. Let's go.
A big old loaf.
All right, in the comments section, let me know if you agree that toast resonates more as a fall food.
This one's more important to me than the apple one. You don't have to do the apple one anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, you can tag it on, but
yeah, you do both. You do you. How about we just move on?
Okay, just gonna keep moving.
Because there's probably going to be somebody watching who doesn't know, and they're in half an hour into this. What is your name? What do you do at LRR? Is there anything you do outside of LRR you'd like to promote? Asks Spencer Powell. Well, let's Adam.
Oh, I start. Well, my name is Adam. I mainly stream for LRR. That's pretty much it. That's kind of what the bulk of my contribution is. I'm in some pre-recorded stuff, but it's not too often that I do it. That's pretty much it, really. I did do a couple shows that I didn't continue doing, but I would like to bring back spectator mode in some way, shape, or form. But that is
what's spectator mode?
It's a show I did years ago.
Off to the LRR wiki I go.
Yeah, it was a show about esports and like trying to get people into watching the games, but not with the intent of getting them to play it. So it's like the problem with the show is that it was way too long because there was like the intro and telling how the game works, and then there was like an interview that I did with somebody in the community that was like knowledgeable.
You talked to TK Breezy and Scar?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, that's dope.
Yeah, Scar was super nice. Actually, TK and Scar were both bangers.
Yeah,
they were awesome. Yeah, and then I talked to Nick. I can't remember his last name. Sorry, his name was Nick, and he used to be the assistant coach for FlyQuest in the LCS league. So he was cool. But finding people that wanted to do interviews was hard. So that was part of why it initially kind of fell apart, because it was too much. It was very frustrating. It was like I couldn't find a balance. But I would like to bring it back and do it in like a 15-minute, 10-minute episode. You could probably get across how a game works and how to watch it in 10 minutes, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I used to do Sidewalk Slam, but we haven't done that in a while because there's like 8 trillion hours of wrestling a week and we just don't have time to watch it all. And now there's 2. It used to be just WWE, but AEW showed up and I was like, bro, I can't watch 15 hours of wrestling a week.
Yeah, it's just so much extra homework.
Yeah.
You did the editing for that too, didn't you?
Sure did. I also edited Graham's Agatha Fisty playthrough. And I can't remember what else I edited. Something. That was the big thing. That was fun. I actually didn't mind doing that Let's Play. There's that is a different style of editing that I kind of like. As far as outside Lure stuff, I stream twitch.tv/cbats. Actually, earlier this year, I haven't done a follow-up, but I did like a YouTube series on World of Warcraft. That there's a way to play the game where there's like mythic dungeons, and then there's like a rating system tied to it. And I did it pugging. I got to like the highest rating threshold that you can get on what is considered the worst class, but I did like 6 episodes and it was all pretty tightly edited and really enjoyed it. But I think it's on at Cbats YouTube, like YT. Cbats YT is where you can find it. But I thought that series was a banger. But again, it's a big time commitment, and you don't really make money off YouTube unless you've been doing it forever. And that was really just my first kind of punch at it. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
How about you, Wheeler?
I'm talent at Lure. I'm on streams and pre-records and occasionally writing stuff. I'd like to write more. Kind of have this like college certificate I would like to put to use instead of just honking my clown horn all the time. That'd be all right. But I also stream at, I mean, I do this full time, right? If I'm not doing Lure stuff that I'm doing it at home, or like at the home stream, Benjamin_Wheeler on Twitch, and then BWheelerMTG on YouTube, and then just too many podcasts, way too many podcasts, and then a bunch of other stuff that is like community related for Magic. It's a lot. Do a lot, but I'd like to do more. I'm like a border collie. If I'm not working, and not in the like content creator sort of like, oh, if I'm not working, I feel like I'm wasting money. It's like, no, if I'm not working, I'm losing my mind. I need to be doing.
You like to be moving around and doing things, and
yeah, there's always something to do. Like that's how I relax. Is like lying on the couch or lying outside in the sun, and then also just like firing off emails, you know. Yeah. What about you, Heather?
Well, I've done at least probably something of everything at Lure at one time or another. Because I do streaming. I do a lot of the YouTube management back end stuff. I actually do a number of the scheduling of our shows, not completely because sometimes it's just a matter of someone's like, oh, this video has to go up by this date, or there are other factors that make when a video has to go live. But I typically am the one who makes the spreadsheet that's like, what videos do we already have going up, and is there space for something else? And we have like 5 YouTube channels now, so I manage all of those. What's his name? Ben Ulmer does the uploads and stuff for the tabletop channel, but I still go in there and like read comments and make certain people disappear. And yeah, so I'm in management meetings a lot. I'm constantly just organizing things and looking up things. I have a habit of taking over organization if people kind of do that thing where they're like, we don't really know what we're doing. I'm like, cool. So I'm just going to take that and start looking at what we should do then and do it. And that's sometimes really helpful because I know a lot of people don't have the time in their day, and I work full time. So I try to make that work in my hours. Outside of Lure, I stream over at twitch.tv/LunarJade. I actually also have a YouTube under the name LunarJade as well that I've been trying to post my VODs up on, and some older ones too, which, when you do VOD upload as your full-time job, it's not like an easy task to do it as a part-time extra thing.
Oh no.
It's just less fun. It's like, oh, I streamed, I did the fun part. I guess I should put this VOD up for people who aren't around. I guess I should do that. Yeah, and I mean, I do want to in a way because I've tried to watch VODs on Twitch and it's kind of garbage. So I do prefer having stuff on YouTube, but
well, it's easier to come back to a VOD that you're trying to watch through on YouTube if you don't watch the whole thing, right? Because you can watch it later or whatever, but Twitch VODs you can't. And I'm pretty sure YouTube VODs keep track of or YouTube videos keep track of where you were last time you were there, right?
Yep.
And Twitch VODs do not. So
yeah, and I mean Twitch will, especially if you're not subbed to a person, will try to throw a commercial every 10 minutes, and there's nothing you can do about that, even as like the streamer. You can't set that in the back end. Whereas YouTube will try to do that sometimes, but you can kind of control it or at least get angry about it and fix it maybe.
I mean, YouTube's less egregious because like at least when YouTube does the ads, they like double roll them. So like the first one is like 5 seconds, 10 seconds maybe. Second one goes 5 seconds, then you can skip it. So it's like really
and they've got skippable ads.
The Twitch ads are just like, there's your 3 minutes, good luck, like or whatever, like you gotta sit there and watch it. And then they put the little tiny one in the top right, but you're like, I don't know what's going on. I can't tell what's happening. I'm missing stuff. But I mean, ads they have to do ads because they have to make money, right?
Yeah, they do these like banner ones now that sometimes just like makes the video slightly shrink and then like a banner pops up. So they don't at least obscure stuff, but it's kind of when you're not used to it, the first time you see it, it's just like, wait, what's happening to this video?
Yeah.
Did they do that? No, okay. All right. Sure. Tell me about BMO. The bank. We have a bank.
A robot?
It's not the robot. I would prefer an ad for the robot.
The Teemo skin?
1, 2, 3, 4.
BMO. Eat that little rat.
Scout's code. Let me tell you this. If me and my friends ran into Teemo, we'd beat him to death with hammers.
Yeah. And I wouldn't even report the crime.
Nope. I probably wouldn't be around.
You'd be on watch.
As an alibi, I was not there. That's how I'm going to answer that question. Where were you? Well, as an alibi, I was just not there.
Yeah. Your Honor, I was in the bush.
Your Honor, I was AFK.
In Fountain, because my team is dog water.
They don't deserve me.
Yeah. We don't deserve you, Heather. That's the thing.
Oh, I don't know. That's true.
All right, next question.
What's your donut order? From Glue Soul?
Like if you gave us every donut, we have to order them?
What order do you put your donuts in?
Or are we talking just
top 3 donuts?
I'm a honey cruller enjoyer. Love me a honey cruller. It's like there's like a crunchy outside, but then the inside's all like softish, not like bread, but it's like a weird kind of pudding. You know what I mean? Like honey cruller is like a different consistency inside. I don't know what they did with science, but I'm glad they decided that this wasn't a thing that shouldn't be done, Big fan. Honey crullers. I don't mind the filled donuts, but they can be a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Boston creams.
Yeah, Boston cream's good.
You get a little bit of chocolate. You get like some pudding.
Some pudding.
Yeah.
I just really want some pudding right now. I want you to go and open 300 Boston creams, empty the pudding into a bowl, and then serve it to me.
Problem with jelly-filled donuts.
Yeah.
And they're good. Don't get me wrong. But the problem with jelly-filled donuts is they're often covered in like powdered sugar. Which is super messy. You're going to get that everywhere. But a Boston cream is not going to do you like that.
No. Doesn't stick around, right? It's like cleaning up like glitter.
Yeah.
It's like cleaning glitter. What? It is like cleaning glitter. There's powdered sugar everywhere.
Powdered sugar is less of an environmental hazard than
it can get rained out, but
yeah,
it's dissolvable, which is not what glitter is. But
that's not what we're talking about, though.
It's still super messy as a donut. It's fine if it's like a Timbit, because it's like you're gonna get the whole thing in your mouth. So you're not gonna get like the powdered sugar everywhere.
Wheeler,
not a big donut guy.
No,
No.
Gun to your head, you got to pick one.
I mean, I do like a honey cruller because I feel I'm going to say something very controversial here.
Mm-hmm.
Donuts just all taste the same. Like I care more about like the actual like pastry than the filling or the topping, and like it's all the same. It's just except for the honey cruller, because the honey cruller, like you said, it's got more air in it, or it's the way it's made. It almost like melts, you know, and that's real choice.
It's just built different.
If I had to pick, it truly is built different. If I had to pick another one, I agree. I don't like a jelly filled. I like a jam filled. You know, the like homemade kind of like jam filled donut. That I can get behind.
They should put marmalade in donuts.
Ew, Heather. Marmalade's gross.
What?
You like marmalade?
Sometimes.
Oh man.
It's not like my go-to, but I like it sometimes.
Yeah. Look, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I don't like it. I don't want to see marmalade in donuts.
Surprised.
What? That I don't like marmalade?
It never comes up.
What am I wearing, a raincoat? Am I Paddington Bear? Like I'm not. My little hat on. You look at me, you're like,
online,
that guy.
Hats don't work with headphones.
Yeah, that's true. That guy loves marmalade.
That dude, check out that dude.
Yeah.
That guy goes crazy for bergamot.
Sitting on a park bench somewhere, and I walk by and I'm like, hey, you nudge your friend. Like, that guy, marmalade lover. The way he walks. Loves a good marmalade. It's oranges, right?
No.
Marmalade? What's in marmalade?
I mean, it can be.
It can be. It's not always.
It's not always orange marmalade or whatever. It's like,
you can get different kinds of marmalades. This is just a
so what kind of word is marmalade?
It's Portuguese.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, marmalada.
Oh,
yeah. And then the Brits were like, "Oh, marmalade. We're only going to prepare this one way."
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other donuts. No, it's pretty much. I don't like the ones. The ones that are like, we put 3 bacon strips and a piece of pizza on your.
It's not a donut.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
That's trying to make a pizza.
Yeah.
And failing.
Just give me the bacon of the pizza, I guess. Right? I don't need it attached to a donut.
I like plain donuts. Just like the very plain.
Like not even a glaze on it.
Not even a glaze. They're a good,
like an old fashioned
dipping donut.
What about like farmers market donuts?
Yeah, those are good too.
What are you dipping it in?
Tea, coffee.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can tell me you like crumpets next.
I mean, I got nothing wrong with crumpets. Contrary to my slamming of the British moments ago, I got nothing wrong with crumpets.
What is a crumpet? It's like a biscuit.
Here, I'm going to get the dictionary definition before somebody gets my ass in the comments. A small griddle bread made from unsweetened batter of water, milk, flour, and yeast. They're fine.
Okay. No, I don't think I've ever had one.
You're not missing out.
I would imagine not,
Yeah. What if you had the worst English muffin you've ever had?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, because it was just
really
dense.
Yeah. English muffins are good too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think English muffins are better than toast?
Well, it depends on the season. If it's fall, then it's definitely toast weather.
So what's English muffin weather?
Ooh, that's gotta be at the end of fall, beginning of winter. Not for the entirety of it.
There's like a 2-week window. All right, everybody, we got a 2-week window. We got to eat as many English muffins as we can.
Yeah, it's like one of the zodiacs that kind of just like dips into
like English muffins are in retrograde. Time to eat.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to see your bread calendar.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's it. Maybe I should work on a bread calendar.
The official Loading Ready Run bread calendar.
I
prefer
prefer
a bunch of bread calendars or bread and Speedos.
I prefer an English muffin over a bagel.
What?
Yeah, actually, true, Heather.
Yeah.
Bagels are overrated.
Bagels are fine, but sometimes they're just a lot.
They're overrated.
English muffins are better.
Ice bud. You haven't had a good bagel. I mean, maybe you have. You just,
Oh,
have you ever gone to Mount Royale?
No.
I don't know. I don't know where
the other. It's 2 against 1, Wheeler. Really.
No. Oh my god.
If we held a vote, bagels would be exiled.
Yeah.
That's so messed up.
Yeah. Well,
so messed up. Unbelievable.
I don't know. I think an English muffin's better.
Go back east.
Yeah.
Try a Montreal bagel.
I'm not going that far.
Cinnamon raisin English muffin, and you toast it and you melt cheese on top of it, and it's perfect.
Why?
See that.
What? Cheese?
No, let her cook. Let her cook.
No.
Yeah,
well, it's not cooking. I mean, maybe it is. Is it cooking?
It's cooking, but she's cooking like metaphorically, right?
Oh,
the words that she's saying is
cheese and
based
raisins,
in truth,
huh?
Yeah.
Don't let me yuck your yum.
I mean, I don't expect you to like it. I just expect myself to like it. So that's how I like to engage with food. I don't really care if other people like the food I like or not.
Yeah, it's just I'm not. I've said this. We said this on Okie Fight Club. I think the whole like X food versus Y food thing. It's not for me. I'm too old to give a shit. It's very like there are bigger problems in the world, and also just like who cares at the end of the day.
Hey Wheeler, do you put pineapple on your lasagna?
No.
Lasagna.
I just think it would. If you're gonna like pineapple on pizza, I think you'd like it on your lasagna.
I don't like pineapple on pizza.
Well, then probably not for you.
Not for the sake of like this is pizza's not supposed to have pineapple on it or whatever. Who cares? It's an abomination of a dish, anyways. It's just not like I don't know. I think pizza is already sweet enough before you put fruit like that kind of citrusy fruit on it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they make marmalade out of pineapple?
Well.
I mean, I don't think I'd want to eat that, but like, since marmalade's kind of like a citrus thing, do you think they've done that?
You can, but every recipe I see here has very low rating.
Now, is that
it's a bad idea?
Is that because people are just hating on pineapple, or are they hating on marmalade? Or are they actual?
I don't know. Like. Why do people hate pineapple from the whole pineapple on pizza discourse?
Sure, lots of people hate pineapple.
I used to eat there was a summer where I ate an entire pineapple basically every single day. And it may have
your mouth was massacred.
Well, my mouth ended up coming out unscarred, but my stomach was, it burned a hole in my esophagus, or at least contributed to burning the hole in my esophagus, probably. Yeah. Tasty, though. Gotta admit that.
So you did this because you wanted to, like you liked pineapple. This wasn't like a weird internet challenge, or
no, God, no. No, I wouldn't do anything for unwashed masses. I'm only doing it for my unwashed mass, if you know what I mean.
I don't know. Sure, why not?
Yeah. All right, Heather's on board.
I like to agree with people if I can. On streams and on podcasts. I've been trying to do the whole like yes thing, except when I can't.
In public, I love agreeing with people. Behind closed doors, when I get home to beach, I'll tell them. You know what? I fucking hate English muffins.
I mean, I like going into an argument that two people are already having and being like, I take this person's side. Usually when I walk into the boom base, it's Adam arguing with someone about something. I'm just like, I'm taking Adam's side.
You make it sound like I'm just every time you come in the U base, there's Adam fucking yelling about something. Yeah.
No,
I used to do that when
on stream, but
when I lived with James and Ashley, who are now married. Whenever they had an argument, I would just always take Ashley's side.
Smart.
That's smart. Yeah, I would do that too. Yeah.
Smart and probably correct.
You see, the reason I take your side, Adam, is because I assume most times you didn't actually start the argument. Someone else came in and ambushed you on stream with an argument. And either that person is James or like the chat. And you're just defending yourself, and someone else needs to be there to help you out.
Finally, man, I'm sick of getting ambushed all the time. Ambush is the correct word too, because here I am just minding my own business, you know.
And then all of a sudden, someone tries to come in and make content out of your emotion.
Yeah. They know they can rile me up. That's exactly it. All right. Well, I think that was the end of it, wasn't it?
Yep,
Good
that was the
donut
last
order,
question.
everybody.
Good
We-
donut orders, everybody.
We figured out the order of donuts.
Yeah.
We figured out some extra food opinions just for fun.
Yeah.
So none of you asked questions about that, but
Sometimes
you're
you just get
welcome.
stuff even when you don't ask for it.
Yeah. We're giving like that.
I found out there's
Wheeler is the giver.
I found out there's only certain times of the year that you can eat bread.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's in
news to me.
season.
I didn't realize bread was seasonal.
Learned so much.
Got a
Yeah.
lot to learn.
I got a lot of food I got to throw away. I can't eat this. Wheeler said I couldn't eat it.
That's what I'm trying to do. Encourage food waste.
Yeah.
Wheeler, do you do house visits? Can you come over to my house and tell me what foods I should throw away?
Sure, I'll be like a Marie Kondo. I'm half Marie Kondo, half like a raccoon. Just going through your pantry with my grubby little hands, being like, "Oh, you don't need this." Just crack open a bag of pasta, and it all falls on the ground.
You like open the yogurt and just throw it. Yeah. You don't need this. Dumps the yogurt on the ground. Brilliant.
Well, as a reminder, you can support us over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun if you want to give us your $1 dues, or if you want to ask questions on AskLRR, check out the community posts on youtube.com/loadingreadyrun. You have to be a YouTube member for that. That's where you pay for YouTube, as opposed to their weird terms of subscribing and other stuff that other people use as a way to tell you have to pay money. Yeah. Also, go check out our Discord. Go to discord.gg/LRR. It's a fun place. There's a lot of channels, but you can just mute everything you don't want to hang out in. That's what I do. I've been Heather. This has been Wheeler. This has been Adam.
Oh,
go ahead, Wheeler.
Okay.
This has been Wheeler.
Okay.
This has been Adam.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's been great to be here.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.